So we got to talk about the weed in Portland. It's a problem. It's a big problem if you want to smoke and not feel like you're dying. Um, like you talk to people about legalization and stuff, and in the states where the pot's illegal. You got people saying, "Oh, there's fentanyl in the weed because of the cartel," and yet the same people do not want to legalize it. Doesn't make sense. That's one side of the coin, and so we legalize it in states like the whole West Coast and Arizona and shit. But here in Oregon, like there's something wrong with a lot of the weed. And Nectar got popped for having heavy metals and mold in their flower. I'm telling you, the OLCC is worthless. They will not do a fucking thing. If you tell, look, I sent an email to the OLCC just as a general concern saying to them, hey, the weed in general is terrible here. We need to address this. And what they say to me is, tell us which shop has bad weed. And I told them, no, I will not, because I'm not a snitch, and this isn't going to do anything. What are you going to do, shut down one shop? Whoa, good for you. Good for you. You got off your ass long enough to do that. But that's not solving a fucking thing. Your system, the OLCC's legal weed system, however you want to articulate it, I don't know a goddamn thing about their job because I don't give a fuck. It is their job to make sure that this weed is good to smoke. And whether it's moldy, whether it has, it's just been sitting around for too long, whatever. I smoke way too much flower in this city that makes me want to die when I hit it. If you can't inhale it, you're robbing people, period. You're taking their money and giving them a fucked up product. What would happen if they were just selling like moldy fruit in the store, right? Or like what if Amazon is selling moldy fruit and they ship it to me and I go, hey, this has mold in it. And they go, well, the system says we're allowed to do this. Or what if like 90% of grocery stores had moldy fruit and the only solution was to shut down the stores one at a time? What if your meat in the grocery stores was expired and it was making people very fucking sick? And the only solution that we could present is what is the store so we can shut them down? But we have no systems in place to stop this from happening, right? I don't think the stores are to blame. It's the system that is to blame. I don't even think the farmers are to blame. I don't think anybody involved is to blame except for the OLCC. Because this is their fucking job to keep this stuff healthy for us to smoke. Without mold, without heavy metals, without anything else. That's like anything. It's got to be organic, man. I don't know, like, if the federal government has to fucking step in. I know, no one watches my fucking content, and it doesn't hurt my feelings, but it a good portion of what I post, I think, it's stuff that's important to society. And, I wish people that can make a change would see my shit, but regardless, this is retarded. Like, what if when during Prohibition, like, people were like dying and going blind from drinking bullshit booze that someone made in their bathtub, like they legalized it and straightened it out. The pot, they just don't care. They just don't give a fuck. It's terrible. And you know what's gonna happen? In 20 years or so, someone's gonna bother getting off their fucking ass, and they're gonna take one glance at the people that have been smoking this pot, and they're gonna say, "Oh, you have whatever diseases related to smoking this legalized pot that's full of mold, or weed that they're using bad fertilizers in, or what, your throat gets seriously damaged because the flower is extremely rough to smoke for 100 reasons. I've smoked flower. I'm not fucking kidding when I say this. This is not any exaggeration at all. No one's gonna believe me because, bitches are they got internal problems. But I smoked weed that was smoother than air. I've smoked flower that you could put me in a car full of this smoke and just provide enough oxygen to keep me alive. I wouldn't cough. I wouldn't choke a little bit. I wouldn't at all. I think my bird of prey is out trying to grab my pigeons. But anyway, my point is that, oh, God damn it, we really need to do something about this. It's insane. I know this is kind of a meandering, rambling video, and my points are gonna be lost, but if there's one thing that needs to be remembered is that we need to nail the OLCC to the wall. We need to remove them from marijuana, and then we need to get some sort of brand established that knows what the fuck weed is at all. Because the OLCC are a bunch of jokers, and they're taking us for a ride, and they're pocketing all the tax money. So, Trump, I know you're a boomer and you hate weed and you'll never learn anything about it to do your job properly, but now's the time to stop fucking around.